Hey, so today we're going to make a reaction video to Brightside Riddles. I love these riddles, they're fun, yet challenging, and they're just so good. So, let's start. Every time I will pause it and it will give us a short amount of time and we'll try to guess.
The owner of the restaurant, Vegan
Okay.
Paradise, called the police. Someone has attacked our chef.
Oh
He
no.
was taken to a hospital several minutes ago. My rivals must have sent someone to ruin my business. When police officers came to the restaurant, they found out that 3 people had been in the staff area during the accident. The first cook was cutting onions when the chef was hurt. He told the police that tears had blurred his vision and he hadn't seen anything. The second cook was peeling shrimps when the accident happened. He said that he had been listening to music through his earphones, and he hadn't heard anything. The third person, a waitress, claimed she had been serving lemonade outside. Who's lying?
Alright, so I think this dude is lying.
The second cook
Yes.
attacked the chef. There
Yes.
can't be shrimps in a vegan restaurant.
Yes.
Eric was having lunch in a cafe. At one point, he went to the bathroom and left his smartphone on the table. When he came back, the phone was missing. Eric saw a man leaving the place and ran after him. Eric stopped him when the man was about to sit in a car and asked him to return the gadget, but the man claimed to know nothing about the phone. He said that he had just given his friends a lift to work, and he pointed at 2 men entering an office building. After hearing this, Eric immediately called the police. Why?
Because we're gonna pause it. If he didn't steal it, he wouldn't know it was a phone. Let's see.
The man lied. His car is a sports convertible with just 2 seats. It can't fit 3 men.
Well, I still got it right.
The police got a call from the house
didn't.
of a wealthy man who didn't come back after going for a jog. When several officers arrived, they questioned the maid, the millionaire's wife, and his driver. The maid said, "When Mr. Jones went for a jog, he asked me to prepare his breakfast, and I immediately got down to work. But it's been 3 hours, and he hasn't returned yet." The wife was worried too. "I saw him in the morning, but he was in a hurry. We just greeted each other, and I went to work." The driver told the police he'd been waiting for his boss in the car, looking through his social media. Who knows something about the millionaire's disappearance?
Her. She must have. She was the only one who saw it. Well, not the only one.
The maid's lying.
Oh.
If she had cut the apples for breakfast 3 hours ago, they would have turned brown by now. Now, look at poor Dwight. Someone has pulled a paint bucket prank on him. Look at his colleagues and try to figure out who it was.
Okay. It was her. You see, if you zoom in, which I can't do, I don't. Oops. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so you see that little tiny paint can. So she would have done it.
It was definitely Jim. Look at his
What?
pants. There are paint stains there.
Mm.
Now, look at these girls. Who's going to be the first to escape?
Her. You see, she has very long fingernails.
It's going to be the first girl. She's got long, beautiful nails. She's bound to have a file to look after them. It can help her cut the rope. One of these people on the train is hiding some treasure. Who can it be?
Her. You see, she's not pregnant. You see those lines? That means there's something. She is not pregnant.
It's this woman. She pretends to be pregnant, but her belly is suspiciously square. Look at these two girls. Who will be the first to escape?
Her. The first woman.
The one on the right. She hasn't touched her food because she uses her spoon to dig a tunnel. The girl on the right has managed to escape, but the tunnel splits into two smaller ones. One is swarming with snakes, and in the other, a fire is raging. What should she do?
Wait till the fire goes out in the other cave, and then leave.
She should dig another tunnel above these two. She's got her spoon after all. David was a famous antique dealer in his town, but there were loads of people who envied him. The man had a beautiful young daughter called Brightside. One evening, when the antiquarian was busy in his workshop, his phone rang. A man told him that they had David's daughter. If he wanted to see her again, he had to give his jewelry collection to the man waiting at the doors. David requested to talk to his daughter. He asked her just one question. I have two hands, but I can't scratch myself. What am I? When David heard no answer, he said, It's not my daughter, and hung up. What's the answer to this riddle?
Hung up. And hung up.
Liza would know that her father was talking about a clock. It took 9 years to build the world's tallest skyscraper. Every next year, the builders managed to double its height. How many years did it take the skyscraper to reach half of its maximum height?
4.5 years. Wait, now. Okay, so on the first year it would be like that. Then it doubles. 3, 4. It would be 3 years.
8 years. If the constructors doubled the building's height every year, the skyscraper was half of its final height a year before it was completed. Divide 30 by 1/2 and add 10. What will you get?
25.
The correct answer is 70.
What?
Most people divide 30 by 2, add 10, and get 25. But when you divide a number by a fraction, you should actually multiply it by the denominator, which is the number below the line. This way, 30 times 2 plus 10 equals 70.
Okay.
You find yourself in the middle of a forest with 3 paths in front of you. The first one is covered with burning hot coals. The second path is so cold that it feels like Antarctica right under your feet. And the third path is covered with sharp nails. Which path should you choose?
That's a hard one. Oh, hot coals usually don't feel that hot. And he has
the
shoes
second
on.
path. All that ice is bound to be gone soon. It's too close to the hot coals. The police were looking for Kyle for 2 days. The guy went hiking and never came back. Finally, he was found. Someone had hit him on the head and left him lying in the bushes. Kyle only managed to say, friend, and lost consciousness. The police officers had 3 suspects, all of them Kyle's friends. Zachary said he'd spent these last days at work getting ready for a conference. Jeremy told the detectives he sprained his ankle and had been in bed for 4 days. And Billy explained he'd been to New York for business. He even showed the police officers his boarding pass. Who's responsible for the accident with Kyle?
This middle one. He should have a cast. He does not have a cast. It's definitely the middle one.
Billy showed the police just one boarding pass. Then how did he get back from New York? His story sounds fishy. Jordan was very late for a job interview, but when he drove up to the office building, he found out there were no free parking spaces. He decided to leave his car a bit further from the entrance. Oh no, even though there were several other vehicles in that area, parking was prohibited there. Luckily, Jordan came up with an idea and didn't get fined. What did he do?
He put it so there's the no parking sign. There's his car. He can technically park there.
He took a parking ticket from another car and put it on his windshield. It looked as if he'd already been fined. Hey, I didn't say it was an honest solution. That day, famous chef Logan was going to have some very important guests in his restaurant. He was anxious because his future depended on how they would appreciate his food. Everything had to be perfect. There was only 1 hour left before the guests were supposed to arrive. And that's when Logan discovered someone had left ugly red handprints on his sparkling white jacket. He examined the stains. It was ketchup. Logan knew that some of the cooks didn't like him. Look at them and try to help the chef figure out who's guilty.
Him. You see, right next to his trash can. What's that? Ketchup.
There's a pair of gloves stained with something red in the trash can. The only person who isn't wearing any gloves is the cook on the left. He was the one to spoil Logan's uniform. Linda was in a cafe with her boyfriend, and their date wasn't going very well. At one point, they both got angry and started to argue. Suddenly, their waiter came up to the table and handed something to Linda. It was a note with a strangely written word. Lowercase t, uppercase r, lowercase o, uppercase u, lowercase b, lowercase l,
Trouble?
lowercase e. Trouble? Linda was confused. What could it mean? Did you figure it out?
I actually don't know this one. That's hard.
It's a rebus puzzle. The waiter got worried and asked Linda, "Are you in trouble?"
See you guys.